What's up, people? It's your boy Sly. In this video, I'm going to talk about the importance of having a community. See, when you belong to a community, it makes you feel more accomplished because you have an identity. Okay? I'm talking about careers in this aspect. See, when you have a career, your life is totally different because you are now in a group of people who are successful. Like, if you joined the military, you belong to that community. If you are a doctor, you belong to that community. If you are a lawyer, if you're a nurse, you're a biochemist, you belong to that community. And the thing is, right, those communities define who you are because it shows years of dedication. Like, to become a lawyer, you're spending 7 years of your life, okay? Because you spend 4 years you spend 4 years of your bachelor's, then you spend 3 years law school. Medical school, you're gonna spend 4 years bachelor's, 4 years medical. See what I mean? Not lawyers, nurses, 4 years, engineers, 4 years, biochemists, 4 to 5 years. Okay? So when you belong to these communities, they define who you are because it shows years of a dedication. Okay? When you enter a conference based on your job description, it makes you feel so important. It makes you feel good inside. Like, this conference is for lawyers only. Guess what happens when you enter the conference? Everyone in that room is a lawyer. So you feel accomplished. You feel value among your colleagues. Do you not see what I'm talking about? And that's what happens when you have a career. People tend to respect you more. They tend to acknowledge what you have to say more. Believe it or not, when I tell you guys this, having a career is a good thing, okay? And also, people respect you more based on your title, okay? If you walk into a building right now and you say your name, for example, you say, my name is, you walk up to the a receptionist and you tell her, hi, my name is John Doe and I have a meeting with this person. Okay, yeah, I'll let them know you're here. They'll be out in a few minutes. I'll let them know, okay? So John Doe goes and sits down. He waits for them to get back to him, right? Whatever, right? Like 5 minutes later, you can see another person walk up to the receptionist, and he will say, "Excuse me, my name is Dr. John Smith, and I have a meeting with this person." Oh, doctor! Oh, yes. Just stay right there. Just let me go and call the person right now. The receptionist will call the person or call her boss immediately and say, hey, this person's here to see you. Okay, yeah, so she'll go and tell John Smith, hey, yeah, you can just walk in right there. Do you not see the difference? Do you not see the big difference when you have a respectable career? People treat you differently. Okay? They treat you totally different. Because they know that they know you're a smart person to have certain careers. They know you're smart. They treat you totally different. Okay? Same thing happened with, not same thing, but that's what happens. Okay? There's so many people who work these low-end jobs. Nobody respects them. In fact, no one gives a damn about them. You see what I mean? Nobody gives a damn about them. Some of these skills that people have in these retail jobs are non-transferable. Okay? Let me give you an example. Let's say now a person is a manager at Walmart. He's the manager. Okay? Something happens where he loses his job. For some reason, he'll lose his job. Okay? Now he applies for another company. They'll tell him, not interested, not hiring, whatever. Because many companies I've seen like to hire from within. Okay? They don't like bringing in outside managers in some cases. They don't. So they usually hire someone from within the company. So now what happens? You now have to start from the bottom all over again. So you not see how that can be a problem. But if you have a career and you leave your current job, you can transfer and in many cases still keep that same title or keep that same payment plan, or the same salary. You see what I mean? Like if you had a career and they're paying you $4,000 a month, for example, and you leave and move to another company, they may still pay you $4,000 a month. But if you work a low end job and they're paying you $4,000 a month because you've been there for so many years, by the time you go to another company, I'm like, we'll give you $2,000 a month. I take it or leave it. You know, that's just how it is. So people need to understand this. And working these low end jobs, man, it's like these jobs give you little to no hope at all. And I can tell you the funniest thing that ever happened during my orientation. I'm gonna say this happened at least more than 10 years ago. I had like my first job ever, working at a retail store. And during the orientation, it was during the orientation, they gave so much false hope. It made my head spin. Okay? They showed us a little like clip of how the store got started and the founder and what happened and everything. And they showed us the clip and everything. And they started showing employees who worked their way up from one position to another, right? And the craziest thing that happened, I remember seeing this shit. I can't remember the exact description, but I'm just gonna say what I remember. Okay, there was this guy. There was this employee. They showed him in the video clip. They showed his title of, is it Vice President of Distribution or some shit like that, right? So he was talking to the camera. Goes, when I first started with this company, I was 16 years old bagging groceries. Now I'm the Vice President of Distribution. Who would have ever thought a 16-year-old boy will become the Vice President of Distribution? And that was the biggest false of hope I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Because the reason why I'm saying this is because he started working in that company when he was 16 years old. Okay. Now this guy now has gray hair. Okay. He has gray hair. So he's trying to tell people that if you stay with that company for 20 years, if that's possible, that you can move up in rank and become, a vice president of distribution. See, when you see that crap when you're like in your early 20s, it can inspire you to stay at the company. But when you enter your mid to late 20s, your eye open like, are you fucking kidding me? So you're telling me I should stay with this company, go through the bullshit that most low end jobs do, hoping to move up in rank? I mean, this is the biggest. Oh my! Oh, I can't even describe it. See, that's how they get people. Okay, when you're in your early 20s, they'll tell you anything. You can make it a manager one day. So you keep working and working and working. Then by the time you enter your mid to late 20s, you're like, this is all bullshit. I don't want to be here for 10 years. That's what happens. But some people, it's just like, that's what it is. That's what it is. You know? And these are the false hopes that they give people. And it's like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I'm like saying to myself, sorry, buddy, I'm not gonna work at this company until I get gray hair to move up in rank. Sorry, not gonna happen. Because I can tell you guys, many people who work retail usually leave within 5 years. Usually, they're gone. For different reasons, they're gone. Okay? So, and the ones that do stay, what did they tell people? If you stay at the company long enough and you have a bachelor's degree, you can move up to corporate. That's what most of these jobs say. If you stay long enough and have a bachelor's degree, you can move up to corporate jobs. I'm like, fuck no. This is stupid. You know, because I mean, there's no career advancement in those jobs. There really isn't. If you're a manager at a retail store, how much are they gonna pay you? Like, I don't know, about I think $5,000 a month. But I can make that same money as a nurse. Like, come on now. I mean, people don't understand. Like, you work these low end jobs as you're trying to build a career for yourself. You don't ever stay at a retail job for more than 5 years. Doesn't matter what your reasons are. You don't do that. But anyhow, I'm just going to tell you guys what goes on, because there are many people today who have no career ambition. Some people don't even respect other people. You'd be surprised. Go tell someone. I mean, this stuff usually starts happening in your mid-30s and older. People start to ask you what you've done with your life. I mean, people don't say it to mock you, but they say these things because they want to know what you've done with your life. You know what I mean? Because the whole point of your 20s is to build a career for yourself. Because in your 20s, you have less responsibilities. That's the truth about your 20s. So by the time you're in your 30s, you can start working and you can start to enjoy life. Think about it. If you are a doctor or if you're a lawyer, you can take vacations. You know what? I'm going to Puerto Rico for the next 2 weeks. Or I'm going to like Toronto or some shit like that. You can take more vacations when you can. But when you work these low-end jobs, you have to wait. Like, you have to ask your manager for, like, is it 2 months in advance for time off? You know? It's just like, it's dumb. You know? But, I mean, that's just the way it is. So, I'm just telling you guys what's going on. Move for a career. If you're in a dead-end job, change that shit. Because I'm just being very honest. By the time you get older, people are not going to ask you. People are just not going to, like, respect you. You know? That's just the way it is. Let me know what you think. Peace.